Hello and welcome. In today's edition, I'm going to be talking about AA car insurance and Steer Hayes auto repairs in northwest London. So, I had a little prang on my Mercedes here, and the front headlamp needed replacing, the wing needed replacing, and there were some scuffs on the bumper and the bonnet. So the car went for repair, and let me show you how it came back. Well, firstly, let's take a look at the wing. So the wing looks nicely finished, but where they fitted it and they put tape across my trim here, they've taken the gloss off of this trim that goes alongside the windscreen. You can see that the fitment is really close, okay? Where it fits here, it doesn't go on flush. It's a small thing, but it's definitely a thing. I wouldn't have let the car go like that. So in case you don't know, I used to be a technician. So here, I'm not sure if you can see that. There's a square patch this big here. And it's like a piece of tape has been put on there and it's been taken off and it's just been rubbed backwards and forwards. It's quite large. It's very difficult for me to show you. And just in front of it here, there's another piece of tape been put on it, but once again it's a reflective surface and you can't see it. So yes, they've damaged it, taping it up here, here and here. So they would have had to take the bonnet off to do this, and on the other side you can see the bonnet isn't aligned properly, and once again the trim here has a slight bit of fading to it. So on the front, where they sprayed the front, you should be able to see all the overspray. There's lacquer. There's lots of lacquer stripes here. There's lacquer all over the headlamp. Steer Hayes, you should be ashamed of yourself. So they got lacquer all over my headlamp, all right? And they haven't cleaned it. You can see it there, lots of lacquer on the headlamp. Back over here, I doubt if you can see it, but there's lots of little scratches across here. Okay, so the car went just for that, and you see for yourself. Okay, so moving on. The side of the car here, there's a scratch here. There's a scratch. I don't know if you can see it. It's that long. That wasn't there. That's where someone brushed past the car. Over here, there's a scratch here that wasn't there. So you can almost see the pattern of what's going on here. Yeah? Come to the roof over here. Something's been put on the roof. There's a 4-inch scratch here. You should be able to see it's very faint. But something's been put on the roof and it's been dragged across. There, you should be able to see all the way there. You can see the fine line. Something has been put on the roof and it's been pulled away. It doesn't end there. So the scratch on the side here, scratch on the side of the door here. Something's come up here, scraped across here, scraped across here. Scratch on the roof up there. We'll go inside the car. Okay. There's lacquer. There's lacquer on the steering wheel. There's lacquer on my steering wheel, and the lacquer has caused pitting. The lacquer has caused pitting in the steering wheel. One final thing. So, there was a small tear here, but it looks to be bigger, and there's a scrape on the side of the seat. Right? It's not a crease, it's a scrape. Look at the rest of the seats. All the seats in this car are immaculate. There's a small tear here, and it's bigger, and there's a scrape here. I don't know what it is. Lacquer on the steering wheel, scrape on the seat, tear's bigger. Over here, I'll show you this again. It's so hard to see, but there's a scratch over here. And then it goes over to the scratch over here. Right, so you send your car to Steer Hayes for repair. The panels don't line up. They don't bother lining the panels up. You're going to have overspray. You're going to get your car back covered in lacquer on the headlamp. Now you think I'm done. I'm not done. Let me show you. Let me show you the final thing. So they had to replace the headlamp because the headlamp was pushed in here and the bracket had broken on the headlamp. So take a look over here, and what I'm going to show you is up here actually. Lacquer drips. Look at that. That's lacquer. Lumps of lacquer across here. Here, big drips of lacquer. So you can see for yourself. I'm really disappointed. AA, you should be ashamed for recommending Steer Hayes, because look at the complications you've caused me. And are these people actually going to repair my car? Because this is the final thing. They took 1 week. Steer Hayes took 1 week to collect the car. When they completed the repair, the car was there for another week. So people are walking past it, brushing past it with their jeans on, whatever, putting scrapes and marks on it. It's at the exact height for a pair of jeans, you know? And they're going to say, no, it wasn't us, it wasn't us. We didn't put anything on your roof. So the car's been there. The car has been there. The car has been there, sitting there for about a fucking week. Do you understand? Before I got it back. Now, so I contacted them, yeah? I tried to contact them and they keep hanging the phone up, okay? So I contacted AA and I said to them, they're not responding. So they responded and she said, okay, send the pictures. I said, I want to send you quality pictures and the file size is too big. Can you send me a WhatsApp link so I can send you large file sizes so you can actually see the damage? Because you can just about see it here. And they haven't responded. So now I'm going to upload this to YouTube and then I'm going to contact the AA. So this is just going to go round and round. Yeah, just so you know, right? You can see all the polish and all the shit they put on it. Look. They've had the bonnet off. They don't even finish the car properly. It's disgusting. Look at this. There's the lacquer on my headlamp, and where they wash the headlamp, condensation in the headlamp. Where they've jet washed the car, they put condensation in the headlamp. So, if you're thinking about joining the AA car insurance, just be aware that when they recommend Steer Hayes, it's going to be more trouble than it's worth, okay? Lacquer on the steering wheel, about 5-6 more scratches than it went in with. The repair's a bit shoddy, fucking drips of lacquer, overspray, lacquer on the steering wheel. You think someone would pick that up? When the guy dropped it off, I said to him, there's something on the headlamp. He goes, it's probably adhesive from when they put the tape on it. I took his word for it, but it's not. It's lacquer. Yeah, it's lacquer. It's lacquer. I'm not going to scratch the headlamp up. That's how they brought it back to me. So they have to deal with it. There's one final thing. One final thing before the video ends. And it's the front number plate. The front number plate was cracked too. And they failed to repair the front number plate too. Okay? So once again, if you're thinking about AA car insurance and steer haze, generally tradesmen, their work has gone downhill for the past 25 years. You're not going to get a good job out of anyone, I don't think. But think again. For me, for now, take care. Peace. Bye-bye.